We are live on a abnormally warm Thursday night in February in Canada.
Fucked.
Uh, it it's your boys at DA Wrestling. It's Doug. It's Andrew. We are here live. Well, not live reacting, but this is after the fact, the WrestleMania press event. Um, but before we get into it, Andrew, how's it going, buddy?
Yeah, we just watched that press event in there, and I don't want to say I'm shocked because I'm not, but at the same time too, it's like, what the hell are you guys doing? I feel we predicted this already in previous episodes, but we don't know if it's 100% yet.
I did not see them setting up what they set up, and we'll get into it in a second.
Yeah,
So, I mean, I missed kind of like the pre-show thing, but it was basically McAfee, Cole, Punk, and Biggie.
he's looking pretty
Just
good.
Biggie looks like he's still a monster.
Yeah, but he's looking really good though. He's looking pretty healthy considering he pretty much got dropped in his head what a year and a half ago.
It was last year on the road to WrestleMania.
Okay, so a year ago. So he's looking a lot better. So
Yeah, but unfortunately, because he broke his C1,
yeah,
um, and that's right pretty much at the base of the brain.
that's basically for you guys who don't know, if you're gonna snap a neck, that's pretty much what you're gonna snap,
Yeah.
basically.
So if so, with the complexity of a C1 break, that's why there's no timetable still for Biggie to come back.
Yeah, if ever.
Yeah, unfortunately, if ever.
Yeah.
Um,
But
now
let's not
before
yeah, let's get into this.
really, yeah, really quickly though, have did you hear the little rumor circulating that they want Punk to do commentary, um, while he's recovering?
I have not heard that. Um where
I forget where I heard it. I saw it somewhere on Twitter.
well right now I'm liking McAfee on Raw and I'm liking Barrett and Graves on SmackDown. So I don't think they really need to do Punk on commentary. It's just to keep him well, since they're paying him, I probably figure he might just get him to do something.
Yeah. So when the presser finally kicked off, they brought out Bianca Belair, who doesn't really have a direction right now in terms of WrestleMania, but she does have a qualifying match for the Chamber on
Yeah.
SmackDown tomorrow night.
I could see ballpark. I see her facing possibly Jade Cargill
Oh,
at
that'd be
Mania.
cool.
I can see that. Or well, I feel Jade Cargill's gonna be at Mania. I just don't know if it's gonna be Bianca Belair or Nia Jax. Just based on the Rumble, I'm going with Nia Jax, but I'd rather kind of see her and Bianca Belair go at it. See what's
So I've openly discussed with you since pre-Rumble that I think the Mania match is going to be Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley.
yeah, that pretty much got
And
confirmed tonight.
and we got a taste of that tonight.
Yeah,
Rhea came out to a good ovation. This crowd in Vegas was awesome. Okay.
yeah,
Um,
and it
for this
shows
press event.
how popular Rhea Ripley is. That she's supposed to be the heel.
I know. She is. I think like she's playing like the perfect role where like she's just being her. And you can't really define her as like, yes, she's the de facto leader of the biggest heel group in the company right now, not
Yeah.
in the bloodline. But I very much enjoy Rhea Ripley.
She's
Um,
well, I love her. I've liked her from for quite a while actually. Since I liked her since she debuted at NXT UK and that whole tournament thing they did. I've liked her kind of since then.
well,
Um,
I saw her stuff in the Mae Young Classic, and then I didn't really watch Rhea Ripley till she moved from NXT UK to NXT.
fair enough.
and then I paid attention
Yeah,
and I watched that whole evolution.
yeah. So have I seen that whole
And
thing first.
yeah, but anyway, she's talking and just as about she's about to end her promo, out comes Becky Lynch,
Yeah,
starts starts ripping into Rhea and then yeah, I I think that this is the direction for Mania.
I'm
If
pretty sure it's got confirmed tonight. I don't see unless
I could
somebody
see
else get
Becky's
unless
gonna win that chamber match.
yeah, unless somebody else goes in that elimination chamber that you think who might win, because I don't think Bianca Belair has a chance of winning that. Um,
I think Bianca will be in it because her opponent is Mishin
yeah, she's definitely gonna be in
tomorrow
it for sure. There's no way they're gonna put Mishin in there. But I think it's pretty much a given at this point too that it's going to be Ripley versus Becky. And quite frankly, it's hard pressed for me to say to
I'm here for it.
I'm here for
I'm
it
here
too.
for it.
I just don't if that's the case, if it's going to be Becky Lynch, which I'm pretty sure it's 100% at this point, I don't particularly want Becky to win. I'd rather have Ripley win it, unless it's something viable to me. You know what I mean? Unless you're going to do something else in that match, then I don't see like unless you're going to make that match a triple threat, then I don't see Ripley losing the title in that. But I'm sure we'll see what happens. It's still 2 months away from that.
Right.
So
Which brought us to kind of the part that everyone was waiting for. Starting with Seth Rollins, he came out, and as he was about to introduce Cody Rhodes, he was interrupted by Roman Reigns.
yeah.
Uh, Reigns came out. They started kind of verbally jabbing back and forth.
Oh, Ray's
And
just
then,
eat. Rage ate him alive.
oh, God,
Like
Seth
he's
doesn't.
like you shouldn't try to
When it comes
diminish the title like that, but
when it
it's
comes
kind of
to when it comes to in-ring ability,
yeah,
Seth is leaps and bounds better than Roman.
absolutely is.
But in terms of aura, character, like on the mic, Seth can't touch Roman.
No, Roman's really like I remember a long time ago, uh Cena and Roman. That remember that big face off they did a couple of
Oh,
years ago, and Cena
mhm.
basically just flat out said, "If you could do your job, I wouldn't have to be here."
Well,
Um,
now he's doing his job.
well, the other funny part is too. I think that promo that Cena did, I think that
Was
hit Roman
painful.
really deep, and I think that made Roman really smarten up a lot more instead of just always handing handed stuff. He really started working a lot more because you can see kind of after that the evolution of Roman Reigns on the mic.
Hmm.
If you look at it carefully and watch it, you can slowly see it becoming better and better and better as it went. So
I think he garnered so much more confidence on the mic, being able to work in front of no fans.
that, and I think Paul Heyman helped him
Hmm.
out a ton.
Hmm.
You know,
So, anyways, Roman goes on to say that he gets to choose who he's going to main event WrestleMania with.
yeah.
He chooses The Rock, which brings out The Rock, and this was surreal because ever since The Rock came back in like 2011, he has been universally loved.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, he was
he
getting booed
came out.
tonight.
Oh, he came out to a very mixed reaction,
Yeah.
and like he was being booed so hard that like he couldn't even say his finally line for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And anyways, once he finally starts going into his promo, he shows the Maivia Anawai family tree,
Yeah.
and that's why like this match is so good.
Mhm.
Cody is the only person that came out in this event that didn't get his entrance music.
Well, I think it's because he kind of interrupted everything too.
Yeah, so Cody comes out and literally says, "This is bullshit."
Yeah. Yeah.
We
Completely
had
said both
we
bullshit.
had We had some colorful language in this
Presser.
presser,
Yeah.
okay? And so Cody goes on to say that he has chosen Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
And
I don't think that's very. Like I'm glad that's the way they went with it. So
right. And I think that what happened next made everything even more surreal
yeah, like
because
they start. Well, Roman went off, and like he just went
Mhm,
off on Cody. Like
mhm,
it just kind of like ripped into him, like you mentioned Dusty, and then which prompted basically Cody to start going on the Maya Via, well, the Hawaii tree. Like basically
mhm.
just went into it, which pissed off the Rock even more, which pissed off the Rock because you're basically assaulting him too at the same time.
Yeah. So after Roman had said that he's irrelevant just like Dusty, Cody turned around and said that if Roman's grandfather and Rock's grandfather could see them, he'd be ashamed. Or they'd be ashamed, sorry.
Yeah.
Which you're right, pissed off the Rock. I forget the exact line he said, but he ended up bitch slapping Cody.
Oh yeah. He bitch slapped him for
And
that.
yeah, and that set everybody off,
Yeah.
including Seth.
Oh yeah. Well, Seth has been pretty
Eventually,
vocal the past couple of days about Rock not needing to be here.
now you could hear that the panel of Cole and Punk, Biggie and McAfee, you could hear it on the loudspeakers. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming Rock and Roman could hear because
Yeah.
they were still standing on the stage.
Yeah.
I'm surprised The Rock didn't pick up a mic and start going at CM Punk.
Yeah, because at one point, if you look in the background, you can kind of see Rock start staring at Punk,
Yeah, yeah,
right? Um, because quite frankly, what was it 10 or 12 10 years before that, The Rock did the exact same
mhm.
thing to Punk.
11 years ago.
Yeah. So it's not
Punk
unheard of.
even Punk even Punk even made a comment to the effect of where were you guys in 2013?
Yeah.
Um,
Literally,
but
like so.
so they threw to the back. Jackie Redmond was interviewing Triple H,
Yeah.
and um, Triple H gets like The Rock and Roman are coming back, and
Yeah.
The Rock says to Triple H, "You fix it, or I do. If you got like let him talk shit about our family again." Blah 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 blah. So, and then he says it gets completely bleeped out, but I think we've kind of all deciphered that the last line he said was "I'll knock his fucking teeth out,"
Yeah.
which literally left Jackie Redmond in awe.
Yeah. I mean, this is like there's I mean, so guys, this is it's completely, know, it is a work, but it's a really good work, right? The Rock's legitimately upset. We start bringing the whole family and stuff like that because they're very proud of their family heritage, especially Dwayne.
Sure,
He
everybody
talks about it all the time, right? He talks about more of his family tree with the Y family, the Maivia family, more than he really mentions anything else on his side
but
of the family.
see, like I understand it's pro wrestling, but like Reigns started it.
Yeah,
Now, if you had told me this afternoon that this would end with them teasing a tag match between Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth,
yeah.
I would have just asked you how the fuck do you do that?
Well,
But it looks like Triple H used the line of people went into business for themselves.
yeah,
Um, which I don't know what's a work and what's a shoot anymore, dude.
Mhm.
I'm so confused. But
You have no reason to be
I
confused.
I have a reason to be
You
confused.
have no reason to be confused. Like the way I see
Um,
it is, they're going to do something along the lines of a tag match, and then they're
I
gonna.
I told you about an hour ago. I could
Mhm.
see this happening at Chamber to get Rex in for the Rock.
Well, yeah, I think that's exactly where it's gonna happen. I think it's also too where yeah, you have The Rock right now align himself with Roman Reigns, right? They're both. I mean, if you want to get real technical on the whole thing, they're both head of the table. Going to get real technical, right?
They're both sitting at opposite ends of the table.
Yeah, they're both at the heads of the table, right?
Hmm.
It's almost better off to say who's in the middle of the table, like who's the man in the middle. But the way I would probably do it is if you still want to have The Rock versus Roman, which I think is still going to happen at Mania, because it makes no sense to do a tag match with those two 40 years later with Cody and Seth. That makes no sense. Right? You did Hogan.
I could see Rock. Like the only thing that keeps making sense to me is Rock Roman night one, Cody Roman night two. That's
Yeah,
it.
or
Because
or to me, it's going to be a
because
triple threat.
realistically, and like I love Bailey, and I think that the damage control story is strong enough where you could main event night one with it. But
Not if you have
I'm
that going
sorry,
on.
I'm sorry if you got that going on. The only other thing I would have trumped it with is Cody Seth or Cody Punk or sorry Punk Seth,
Yeah.
but Punk got hurt. So now the question becomes who challenges Seth. Now I
Oh,
think it's going to be Drew McIntyre.
I think okay. So I think the person. I think the person who's going to challenge Seth at Mania is going to be Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is going to win, and then Priest is going to
And
cash in
Gunther,
on
and
Priest.
then
Priest is going to cash in on
yeah,
McIntyre. That's what I think is
and
going to
that's going to
happen.
transition. That's going to that's
That'll be
going to
night
kick
one.
off Priest. That'll kick off Priest getting kicked out of the Judgment
Yep.
Day, and then he'll be a transitional champion until they're ready to give it to Gunther.
Yeah.
Because if
Unless
you don't think that Gunther is going to be world champion by the end of the year,
I think SummerSlam.
I think it'll be Bash in Berlin.
No, I think it could be it too.
Well,
Um,
if you remember when that show was announced,
when is that
the
announced?
first
Is it some
it,
before SummerSlam or is it after?
no, it was announced in like October when
Yeah,
we
I know.
first started
Yeah,
the show.
yeah, I know it was announced. But like, when is it supposed to take place? Is it before SummerSlam or after SummerSlam?
It's post SummerSlam. I think it's the
Okay,
September pay-per-view.
okay.
Um, but yeah, I could see Gunther being world champion there. It would make sense.
Yeah, I think as far as the
He's from next door in Austria.
yeah, if they want to do Rock and Reign still on night one, if you do that tag match in Perth, I know it has been now. They're both not even on the card. None of those guys are on the card. Right?
Like
That card has really
you
been
set up
like
three of yeah, it's weak.
it's literally gonna be the chamber matches and Rhea versus Nia, right? But
Hmm.
you have the Rock and Roman there against Cody and Seth, and then you have that's somewhere along the lines there. You have Roman turn on Rock, then that's how you have your match.
Right. There's four matches that they set up with that one angle at the presser.
Yep,
You built towards Cody Roman.
yep.
You built towards Rock Roman. You built towards Seth Roman at some point.
I think
You built towards Cody Rock. you also built the tag match. So 5 of them.
Yeah.
5
Although,
matches in one segment.
although I think, although I think Seth's gone for a little bit after Mania. I think he's gonna get that knee checked out and get it done.
Yeah, he's probably
So
gonna go with fixed stuff.
if anything, that's probably gonna be if any one of those other matches, Roman Seth will probably happen at some point. Probably
Mhm.
not till after Mania, maybe Survivor Series.
Yeah, I can see that.
But like, because if Seth's gonna go with that knee, because he's already rested that knee now. You know, he won't be 100% by Mania no matter what. It's a tear of an MCL. It's not. He's not gonna have that shit ready to go. Like he'll barely.
Right.
That's why it makes sense if you have Drew, because if Drew doesn't have a contract, right? Quite frankly, if his last day is gonna be WrestleMania, he wins the title, loses it, Priest, and that's how you have the whole thing there. We've already talked about that. So,
Mhm.
but that press conference today was really interesting. A lot happened. But still not really any answers to what's going to go on. So it's going to be very interesting to see what does happen in the next little bit. There's 2 months to Mania. Perth is coming up soon, in about 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks.
2 weeks from Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
2 weeks from Saturday.
yeah. Also, let's go back a little sidetrack away from WWE for a second. AEW yesterday, Dynamite going on. We know it was not a Dynamite review, everybody.
I heard it was a really
It was a good
really
show.
good show.
Yeah. The big news out of that was they're going to be in Boston, March 13th, at the TD Garden.
Boss with 2 S's.
Yeah.
Dollar signs.
That pretty much confirms Mercedes
Mercedes Moné.
Moné. So they did say March she'll probably be ready to go. So yeah, there you go, that folks. So that's breaking news
You were
there.
off by a week.
Wow, by a week.
You was off by a week. You said last week on our news show,
Mm-hmm.
you said it would be March 6th.
Mm.
It's the following week on the 13th.
Well,
You were off by a week.
not bad. It's pretty good. Pretty good
Yeah.
for a moron.
Hey, a broken clock's still right twice a day.
Exactly. So,
But
yeah.
overall, what's your excitement level for Mania after this presser?
I'm I'm glad I'm happy this to be Cody. For fuck's sakes, I hope he wins this time.
He
I
will.
think you will. I'm interested to see what's going to go on with. I look, despite everything, everybody booing and all that stuff, and The Rock, I think it's a massive star, and The Rock is a massive, well, worldwide known individual, and he's going to bring more eyes to that product. It's also a match that people have been wanting to have for a very long time. So basically, this Mania here, they're going to probably kill two birds with one stone. And quite
Right.
frankly, it's a good thing. It's what everybody wants to see.
The only part we haven't touched on, they kept
Nope.
mentioning, like Seth said, and the mics picked it up. I don't give a
Yeah.
shit if you're on the board.
Yeah.
And I mean, even Hunter said that. Even Hunter said that, like he went too far.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Well,
it'll be, it's going to be an interesting 2 months.
it is. It's gonna be interesting 2 months with what's going on there. There's not much else in the news today, folks, for that stuff. This week's been kind of a little bit of a interesting to see
Take
what
it home.
happens. What was that?
Take us home.
I think it's time for us to take us home. Oh, before we do that though, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Enjoy everything, folks. Enjoy everything we're doing. Share it, like it, comment down below. Tell you all the time, comment down below, folks. Thank you very much for all the support. Doug, take us home.
Go find us on YouTube, the Wrestling Podcast, socials, the Sports Pod on podcast on Instagram, the Sports Pod on X. He is April1982 on Instagram, Andrew at the Sports on TikTok. I'm DLines1991 on X, and we will catch you down the road.
Just like everything else in my lifetime, reparo.